On this year's list of Academy Award nominees, you can find plenty of the usual suspects: the British period piece, the small-town drama, a topical movie starring Meryl Streep. Sharing space, however, are movies that don't usually make it this far: a horror movie by a black filmmaker, an indie comedy from a female writer-director, a work of steamy gay erotica. In other words, Toto, the Oscars aren't in Kansas anymore. Daniel Kaluuya, who has a Best Actor nomination for his role as Chris in Get Out, 2 years after widespread criticism led the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to diversify its membership. This year's Oscar nominees include a far wider range of both films and filmmakers. There are 4 black acting nominees, including A-list star Denzel Washington for the crime drama Roman J. Israel Esq and newcomer Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. Greta Gerwig becomes a rare female directing nominee for Lady Bird, while Rachel Morrison is the Oscars' first female cinematography nominee for Mudbound. The director of the Long Island-based documentary Strong Island, Yance Ford, is the first openly transgender person nominated for any Oscar. The likely Best Picture winner, The Shape of Water, was directed by a Mexican, Guillermo del Toro. It's hard not to conclude that the Oscars are experiencing a major demographic and cultural shift. Rachel Morrison is the Oscars' first female cinematography nominee for Mudbound. Photo, Chris Pizzello. It's a great year in terms of more race representation, and it's a good year for women, says Tom O'Neill, editor of the awards tracking website Gold Derby. But that said, on Oscar night, who knows what's going to get picked as the winner? The 90th Annual Academy Awards, to be handed out on March 4, reflect a rollercoaster 2017 at the movies. The year began promisingly with the February release Get Out, a racially charged horror satire from writer-director Jordan Peele that went on to become a box office smash. Then came a summer of spectacular duds, notably The Mummy and the Fifth Pirates of the Caribbean film, that depressed the year's box office and caused some hand-wringing over Hollywood's reliance on expensive blockbusters. Christopher Nolan's World War II drama, Dunkirk, emerged as an early Oscar frontrunner, followed later by Luca Guadagnino's gay drama, Call Me By Your Name, yet both lost steam as Del Toro's unusual monster romance, The Shape of Water, began picking up numerous awards. We knew it was going to be an unpredictable year, says Cameron Austin Collins, a critic at the pop culture website The Ringer. There's something really exciting about this being the year that a movie like Get Out, a Lady Bird, 2 low-budget, highly personal films, could run away with it. This year's eclectic mix of Best Picture nominees can be directly chalked up to the newer, younger, browner Academy, says Collins. The typical British costume drama no longer seems like a guaranteed winner, he says, pointing to Darkest Hour, a biopic of Winston Churchill that seems unlikely to take Best Picture, though its star, Gary Oldman, will almost certainly win for Best Actor. At the same time, the nominees still include traditional Oscar bait such as Steven Spielberg's journalism drama, The Post, starring Streep and Tom Hanks, and Paul Thomas Anderson's character study, Phantom Thread, featuring Daniel Day-Lewis.
Filmmaker Yance Ford, whose documentary Strong Island has received an Oscar nomination. Photo, Christopher Smith. I think the diversity matters, Colin says, because look at the range we're getting. April Rain, the creator of the Greta Gerwig, has received a rare directing nomination for Lady Bird. Photo, Vienna La Caer.
Her movement also spoke for sexual orientation, age, ability and any number of identities, she adds. It's an incredibly broad umbrella. Rain acknowledges that audiences at home may not want to hear numerous agenda-driven speeches during an awards show. Still, she says, I think it has to be more than wearing ribbons on your gown or what color gown you wear. When you have this platform, I think if you feel strongly about something, then it is imperative, when the world is watching you, to speak up. Newsday.